Professor, you're still with me. Let's welcome in Warren Pies, 314 Research co-founder, Malcolm Ethridge, Capital Area Planning Group managing partner. Malcolm, I'll come to you. I mean, tech's back in a big way. I gave the stats about the sector having its, best week in a long time, the NASDAQ having its best week since April. Is this now the leadership again?
Yes, Scott, I think yes. I heard you frame the conversation talking with the professor a second ago about the rotation underway, and you know how I feel about this. I'm a firm believer that the market is really skating to one song and one song only, and really that's just AI capex. And so because the previous quarter we just got the four main hyperscalers that matter, that are doing all of the building, spending the money to build out the data centers and buy the infrastructure required to build the compute to run these models and everything else, because those four companies either reaffirm their guidance or increase their capex guidance, that bought the market potentially another 2 to 3 months of this euphoric feeling that we've been undergoing, and that's why the week has looked so strong. So it's not surprising to me that tech is back back at the helm of this bull market, because it's really all about one thing: the AI capex story.
But I mean, if that AI capex story is such a big thing, then A, why is that so bad? B, it doesn't mean that tech is the only group that's going up, because if I look at, let's just say year to date, for example, industrials are up almost 20%. I mean, that plays into the AI story. That plays into the data center build out. Maybe part of the materials trade does too, in terms of the industrial metals like copper, aluminum, and some of the other things. Energy, by the way, up 28%. I mean, there's a lot going on in this market, Malcolm, outside of tech. Are you giving enough credit to that?
Yeah, I don't mean for it to sound as if I'm saying it's bad that these companies have increased or reaffirmed their capex story. I'm just saying that that is the thing that has breathed new life into this bull market cycle. And so I think that it's going to continue for another 2 to 3 months, solely because those companies had positive things to say at this earnings period. But to your point, I think that it is the trickle-down effect of all of that spending. We've had about $2 trillion on its way to $3 trillion in just 3 short years that is being spent by the hyperscalers to do this build-out. And so all of the companies, whether it's in industrials or real estate or something else in between, are the recipients of all of that spending. And that's why those sectors look like they're healthier and they're on their way. But I don't consider that to be a rotation in the sense that the earnings power or the earnings conversation should include anything other than the hyperscalers doing the spending and the chip companies that are receiving the bulk of that spending on the front end.
How do you see this market right now, Warren?
Yeah, I think Malcolm has it pinned, basically. Like, our view was that we've been overweight equities since mid-April. We're still riding that call for now. And we really wanted to be overweight through this earnings season. We like the setup. I know you're saying there are a lot of targets getting raised today, but probably should have been doing that a few weeks ago in preparation of this earnings season. It kind of worries me to see the targets raising now, but nevertheless, I think that the chip stocks are there was so much hedging and volatility was so high with that group. We were pretty confident we put in a low with the semiconductors, and then we thought that the recipe for a higher index was for hyperscaler earnings to come through. This is what's happened. I think it's largely played out. I think we have a few more weeks left in this grind higher, and then the market's going to have to start thinking about macro concerns and things like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see us take our equity overweight back down and neutralize that. I think it's getting closer to the end of this big rally move, and you can see it and you can feel it in the sentiment too. I think that everyone's getting wrapped up and looking in the rear view a little bit.